We're just a few minutes away from kickoff. It is table toppers Liverpool traveling to North London to face Spurs, who are in 11th position. And this is an opportunity for Liverpool to really open up a gap in comparison to Chelsea. Chelsea suffering that nil-nil draw against Everton. So this is a brilliant chance for Liverpool just to get a bit of breathing room. With Arsenal winning at the weekend, it is all eyes on this marquee fixture. It is Spurs versus Liverpool, Postecoglou versus Arne Slot. We're all but set here. We'll go through the team as the game goes on, but this has all the makings of a classic here. Every time these two teams meet, there are fireworks guaranteed. Here's hoping for the same here, and we're off and running. James Maddison gets things off and running, and it's Spurs who kick things off from right to left. Solanke keeps his place. There's not much changes from that victory against Manchester United. Oh, there's a chance early on. Solanke making that near post dash. I think he might have been offside there, and Spurs with some early impetus there. Nice football, good one-touch play. Spurs Son might have just been offside there. And that is, the flag has been raised, but before he could even just settle in, Spurs just immediately on the attack. They had that 4-3 victory against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup in this very stadium. They were 3-0 up. Almost looked like they were going to chuck it when they were 3-2 up. And Archie Gray looks to clear. That's a good ball, but it's intercepted by Andy Robertson, who will have to make amends. His red card against Fulham in that first half made things so difficult for Liverpool, but fair play to them for battling and getting a draw against Fulham. Not easy there. As for Liverpool, no real surprises in their lineup. Maddison back in goal is a huge boost for Slot and Liverpool. Van Dijk and Gomez, the two centre halves. Good pressure there. Oh, they've pinched the ball back. Here's Diaz. Salah looks to thread it through. Back heel, back to Salah. Bissouma tried to get in, and Dragishin will clear. Liverpool putting the pressure on early. Both centre halves playing at the halfway line here. They'll decide to go back and see the midfield pairing of Alexis MacAllister and Gravenberch. It's not happened too often. Started off during the season, but McAllister picking up a few injuries. Curtis Jones stepping in from time to time. This is that midfield pairing that Arne Slot would have wanted throughout the games. Oh, that's a strange giveaway for Foster, and it's Salah who hits the side netting. Fraser Foster will not want to have a look at that once again. It's a poor chip back, and the Spurs players must identify that Fraser Foster cannot play out the back. He made two absolute howlers against Manchester United, and he's made one here, and Salah can't make him pay. The Spurs backline have to be a bit more braver here. They can't keep expecting Fraser Foster to play out the back. He'll have to just look to clear rather than play those short passes. I know that it's against Postecoglou's philosophy, but Fraser Foster, when he has the ball at his feet, really is stressful for the Spurs fans and manager. Van Dijk pushing up to defend. He's done really well there. Here's Gakpo, tried to nutmeg the defender there. Solanke working really hard, then almost pinching the ball. Liverpool can just settle things down there. Going for that big switch here. It's Spence against Salah. Spence should get there, does get there, and should shepherd that comfortably to the path of Archie Gray. Archie Gray was outstanding against Manchester United. I thought he looked very composed in a role that is not familiar to him. He's been having to fill in at defense a lot this season already. Alexander-Arnold with the ball into the box. Diaz just flicks the header onto Gakpo. Here's Robertson with the first-time ball in. Dragishin clears, but not too far. Diaz trying to create a bit of room. Diaz with the strike, and it's wide. Again, Liverpool showing their early intentions here. Good work there. Robertson just trying to float that in first time. Diaz picking up the loose ball, driving into a bit of a space and trying to just find that far corner. Not an easy skill there. It's about 4 minutes on the clock, and Few half chances now trying to creep into the game. Archie Gray goes back to Dragishin here. Ball forward. Solanke will run the channel. Oh, Van Dijk so coolly done there. Just immaculate defending. Ball's going over his shoulder. Just flicks it up. Control is immaculate. It's close to his body. Outstanding work. Here's Allison. Chips the ball nicely to Szoboszlai with the touch from outside of his right boot to bring it under control. Know that Szoboszlai has got some engine on him. It's that final ball and the final goal that has been missing for him in his Liverpool spell throughout. But here goes Cody Gakpo, and a lot of space here. Goes for the reverse to Robertson. Can't beat Pedro Porro there. It's a corner for Liverpool, and they continue their bright start here away at Tottenham. Pedro Porro takes one in the tenders. Hit him flush there. Might have just hit him on the thigh there, but here's a corner. Liverpool just continuing their bright start. Corner here, they'll have to be wary. Spurs have a notorious habit of conceding from set pieces. It's happened last season. It's continued to happen this season as well. It's something that they have to address as the season goes on. Hasn't gotten any better. With giants like Van Dijk and Gomez can attack the box here. Gakpo threatened the air as well. Cross comes in. Doesn't really beat the first man, but they just about managed to get it clear. Liverpool can try and recycle the possession. Cushion header by MacAllister, and Trent Alexander-Arnold's ball is aimlessly out for a goal kick. Again, it'll be very important to see how Liverpool combat the midfield. It'll be likes of Gravenberch and Alexis MacAllister versus Bissouma and Pape Matar Sarr, and that's really good battle there. Liverpool come away with the ball, but Alexander-Arnold's pass is incomplete there. Here's Dragishin, who stepped in pretty well. The absence of the two first choice centre halves, so that surely must be a foul there. It's Gravenberch on the back of Maddison. Spurs having to play their games with their third choice centre half from Dragishin, and Archie Gray is not even a centre back, so Ange Postecoglou having to deal with this thin back line here. Destiny Udogie has fallen out of favour at left back. You see Jed Spence has been knocking at the door with some good performances, cameos really. Now you might just see him getting a consistent run of games. Here's Bissouma trying to just feed the ball quickly. Pedro Porro does exactly that. Switches the play to Son with good take on the chest. He's got plenty of time here to manufacture something. It's Heung-min Son. Oh, it's a very disappointing pass. Tried to just nutmeg Alexander-Arnold, and Yves Bissouma does very well just to come across, win that duel against Mo Salah. Here's Archie Gray. Takes his time here. Will go to Dragishin and back to Fraser Forster. Now, this is where Spurs have to be careful. They're inviting the press as they do with Vicario in goal. That time, Forster having no problems chipping the ball to Jed Spence. Here's Solanke. Jed Spence trying to break free from the midfield as some festival of wedding celebrations happening outside the crib here. As here goes Sarr. Put under a bit of pressure. They'll decide to go back. Ken Foster has decided to find Jed Spence. He's done so nicely, but again, that air on the pass is just about beaten Salah. Here's Jed Spence. Trying to just break the lines here to find James Maddison. He's done well off balance to find Pape Matar Sarr. Here's Kulusevski on that right-hand side now. He's picked his head up. He's got options in the box. Ball into the box there. Son at the far stick. Now cleared. Maddison. Touch is good. Here's Son up against Alexander-Arnold. Trying to go around the outside. Here's Son to Maddison. Just about overhitting that, and Alexander-Arnold just shoves him down, and it's out for a goal kick. And Spurs attacked. Breaks down disappointingly there. Not a shot, not a cross either. Tentative in the box. Once again showing that they have no problems really progressing the ball from back to front. And that from Alexander-Arnold is unnecessary. Yes, he's going nowhere. He's in the box. He shoved him from behind. don't think he'll get looked at, but it is very unnecessary from Alexander Arnold. Last thing they want is to concede a penalty. Archie Gray trying to go toe to toe there with Mo Salah. Here's Jet Spence. Robertson finds Cody Gakpo. Going to keep it short here, Liverpool. It's been their hallmark throughout the season. They like to keep a lot more control in games rather than be a bit more end-to-end as they were under Klopp. Alexander Arnold with a very clever pass to Salah. Good save on the follow-up. Szoboszlai, very well blocked. He threw himself at there. Pape Maddison, a combination of him and Fraser Foster prevents Liverpool from opening the scoring. This is an outstanding pass, this, from Alexander Arnold. Salah might have been offside there. Tried to just feed that first time to beat Foster. What a block that was from Pape Sarr. In the path of Szoboszlai, who's known to have real shot power in his boots. Can Liverpool threatening here? Gomez looking to switch the play out. Lovely pass to Cody Gakpo. Diaz trying to just lay it off to Szoboszlai. It's well cut out, and Spurs have no way out here. Liverpool have caged out, but a foul there by MacAllister on Solanke. And Liverpool just about let Tottenham breathe there. I think 10 minutes, Arne Slot will be very pleased with the way his team have approached this game. They're on the front foot, and Spurs are just about coping, but in terms of making any dent in the Liverpool backline, they have struggled. Here's Solanke, not trying to turn away from Van Dijk, and he just strides out with the ball there, Van Dijk, and with his left peg, trying to find Salah. Spence deals with it calmly here. Good footwork there from the left back. Spence, of course, right back, but having to fill in here. Suma to Sarr to turn out of the challenge. He's done very well to just breeze past MacAllister, and him and Kulusevski not in the same wavelength. And Alisson just looks to clear that, but it turns out to be a very good pass. Really good curl on that pass there from Alisson on his left foot. Looked like he just wanted to clear that, but he just found the touchline. Alisson's so good with his feet in terms of incident free, but there's been a lot of nearly moments. Bissouma crunching into the challenge. Brilliant play there by the Mali midfielder. Here's Archie Gray to Dragusin. He decided to go back here. Again, they decided to play a lot of long balls here. Kulusevski battling with Robertson. MacAllister finds Szoboszlai, who's always done well to just shield the ball, and by the foul there, Bissouma went charging in. The battle of the two number 8s, Bissouma and Szoboszlai. I think it might have been MacAllister who was to shield the ball there. Yeah, it was Alexis MacAllister. Had to receive that facing goal, and Bissouma came charging in. I like to see midfielders doing that, snapping into challenges. We've seen Caicedo do that for Chelsea time and time again. I shouldn't bring Chelsea into the conversation. It was a disappointing 2 points dropped, but expected that at the bogey ground. Everton away, something about that fixture, man. Just doesn't matter what position Everton are in, but they continue to frustrate opponents. They've done so with Arsenal and now Chelsea. Brilliant stuff by Sean Dyche and his Blues. Here's Sarr. I like his playing style, Pape Sarr. He's got a real eye for the game. He's got all the attributes that you need in a central midfielder. That time he loses out. Gravenberch looks for the switch to his fellow Dutchman. Here's Gakpo. Clips the ball into the box. Salah against Spence, and Spence will just shepherd that out of play for a goal kick. No real threat in the box there. In terms of a natural centre forward, neither not Gakpo, it was Jota and Nunez preferred. Nunez hasn't really fallen in favour of Slot. He's used him as a super sub when tired legs are at play. That's an outstanding pass here for Kulusevski up against Van Dijk. Here's Dejan Kulusevski, waits for support. Goes to Sarr. Again, it's conservative play here from Spurs. Oh, that's a poor pass there by Bissouma. Well pinched by Gravenberch. And this is nice one-touch play here from Liverpool. Back to Salah. Again, they just slow the tempo down here. Liverpool of old would have looked to just break with pace on that occasion, but not the slot way here. They're just keeping it simple, they're keeping it controlled. Centre back's not really troubled so far. Solanke will have his hands full. He'll want to try and target Gomez more than Van Dijk. I think most centre forwards almost think about that and try and do that as much as possible. Easier said than done. You try and filter your attack more on the right hand side. Here's Alexander Arnold. Oh, it's a risky pass again at the face of goal. Across the face, rather. Van Dijk does well to make sure to keep it steady. Here's Szoboszlai. Had that half chance there with the shot was blocked by Pape Sarr. That's a good switch out to Diaz, who's peeled in onto that left-hand side. He breaks the challenge for Pedro Porro, lays it off to Cody Gakpo. It's well over. 15 minutes on the clock, and Liverpool have that really good opportunity to open the scoring. Lovely switch there from Alexander Arnold, but Luis Diaz really had no right to beat the challenge there. Pedro Porro will be disappointed with his defensive effort there. Laid it off, and another ball over the top. It's Kulusevski again. It's like deja vu. Here's Dejan Kulusevski up against Robertson. It's Kulusevski, rides a couple of challenges. Here's Sarr on his left foot. Oh, might have taken a deflection, but it's past the post and it's just out. And it's applauded by Ange Postecoglou. Quick riposte there from Tottenham Hotspur. Again, it's a long ball into the channel there to Dejan Kulusevski. And Pape Sarr just cuts across the ball there. Never really troubling Alisson on that occasion. But again, it's bright from both teams. Saw that Gakpo is playing as left winger and Diaz as the centre forward. At that time, when the ball was played long, Diaz had peeled onto the left-hand side and he gave a torrid time there to Pedro Porro, who's done well to win the challenge against Gakpo this time. Both players interchanging and going back to their positions. There's Diaz in that centre forward position. It's a nice pass and Kulusevski would have been offside. Play goes on. Here's Gravenberch to Alexander Arnold in that right-hand side half space. Gravenberch, he gets his head up, floats the ball onto the left-hand side, onto the chest of Cody Gakpo, brings it down. Robertson, patient, and trying to take on Pedro Porro. Around the outside, ball into the box. Salah, what a block on the follow-up. It's 2 on the bounce there for Jet Spence. And in the span of 2 minutes, the game has really broken into life here. And Son now will open his legs and try and run at Joe Gomez. And the England centre-half does very well. And Jet Spence there with 2 moments of really good defending there. First effort was good. And on the follow-up, just stands tall, takes it on his chest. Was that on his shoulder there? First one off his boot, came straight back to Salah. It's hit his arm, but his arm is right tucked into his body. No calls for a penalty there. Oh, now loose giveaway there by Bissouma. Here's Diaz and touches heavy there by Salah. Tries to go around the outside. Salah with the effort. Thunders against the crossbar. My word, what a game we have in store for us here. Oh, that is a suicide pass there by Yves Bissouma. It's a square ball played blind. Salah does so well to wriggle away from a couple of challenges, and he gets the shot away with his weaker right foot. And it thundered against the crossbar. Brilliant stuff there by the Egyptian. Spurs get away with that one, but it's all their own doing there. Yves Bissouma so careless. My. The last 2 minutes or so, we have seen so much action. Incredible stuff, this. And as the drums pick up in the background, here's Cody Gakpo with a nice reverse to Robertson, who floats a ball, and it's not the right one, but Alexander Arnold will retrieve. Ball into the box. It's taken a deflection, and Fraser Foster does well, but the ball has gone out, and it's a corner here for Liverpool. Well, the score is 0-0. But so much has happened in this game so far. And it's just a testament to both teams. Just putting on a show here for us. You can see Salah doing so well to get away from the challenge from Archie Gray. And he just wants to use power more than anything else. He's just driven his laces through it. Foster throws his hand up, but he's getting nowhere near that. Brilliant stuff, this. Liverpool with more and more half chances. That one, almost a clear-cut one. Cross comes into the box. Solanke clears. Headed down by Szoboszlai to Alexis MacAllister. There's Gravenberch, who has pretty much embodied Liverpool's resurgence. Well, not just resurgence, but just going to the next level under Arne Slot. Had a tough time with Klopp, never really found his position. That's a really good ball there, and it's suicide defending there by Szoboszlai. Surely that's a foul, but referee plays on. He decided to slide there, and he was pretty much last man. And Diaz might have broken the offside trap here. It's Luis Diaz, has an opportunity to square it. It's Cody Gakpo. Oh, brilliant there by Archie Gray. It was a certain goal, but the offside flag now being raised. Oh, that was brilliant though by Archie Gray. Luis Diaz definitely looked offside in that build-up. He laid it off to Cody Gakpo, who went across goal. So you can look at that. Previous challenge there by Szoboszlai on Son, and considering that Son had gone over Szoboszlai after riding that challenge, could have very easily conceded a foul. He's not got the ball. He's got nothing but Son. He's gotten away with that one. And at the other end, Liverpool almost scoring. Postecoglou was convinced that that was a foul. But Archie Gray's clearance, he was on the slide. Salah behind him, was facing goal as well to make sure that he got that out for a corner was just brilliant. But the offside flag just rendering that move moot there. Solanke having to drop very deep. He's done well to link the play here. Here's Son to drive into the space that's opened up. Nice reverse to Kulusevski. Just trying to go around the outside there to Solanke. Nice idea. It's another long ball and a chase here for Salah. Archie Gray is quick, but he had the yards on Salah there. Gets there quite comfortably. So good pass there by Fraser Forster. So has to go around the outside of the attacker and find Pape Sarr, Maddison. And Son of old probably would have just pushed and ran there, but surrendered possession. Here's MacAllister, who's got a lot of space here to dictate the play. He's urging his players forward, still not getting an option, and it's a disappointed pass between Diaz and Robertson, but Robertson does fetch it. Over 20 minutes on the clock. It's been full of actions, nearly incidents. You can see the touches in the opposition box. 16 for Liverpool. Outstanding effort out away from home. Just the 2 for Spurs. Really have struggled to make any sort of impact and trouble Alisson. Here's Joe Gomez. Alexander-Arnold with a delicious ball into the box to make it 1-0. And if Luis Diaz is onside, it is a magnificent header. No chance there for Fraser Forster, but it all comes there from the cross. It is pinpoint accuracy from Trent Alexander-Arnold, and it's 1-0 to the league leaders Liverpool. And it is the Colombian who is the makeshift centre forward, now finding consistent run of games as the number 9 for Liverpool, as he polishes the boot of Alexander-Arnold, makes it 1-0, and Liverpool get the deserved lead. It was a patient bit of build-up there. Joe Gomez found Alexander-Arnold, who was not closed down. Let's look at the run here. Oh, he's onside by a country mile there, timing his run well and executing his header perfectly past Forster. 23 minutes on the clock. It's Liverpool 1, Tottenham 0, and it's all going according to plan here for the league leaders Liverpool. Cracking header there from Luis Diaz. No chance there for the keeper. It's between both centre halves, but you can't be giving Alexander-Arnold that kind of space and time to deliver across. He will punish you, and that's exactly what's happened there. Spurs will look to attack, and they're doing exactly that. Here's Solanke trying to hit that across goal, and Joe Gomez on the slide. Very alert defending there by Joe Gomez. Good response there by Tottenham. Immediately getting into the Liverpool box, winning their first corner. Pedro Porro to Kulusevski on his left foot. It's Kulusevski, and it's just wide. Well, it was very wide in the end. He has cut across the ball. You can see the disappointment on his face. But he did manufacture a bit of room here. But it was always going to take something very special to beat Allison from that angle. Real tempo about this game here. Allison will go long. Dragusin wins the header against Luis Diaz. And that was a cracking goal, really. And as it stands, Liverpool extend their stay at the top to 4 points now, with the game in hand over Chelsea. Arsenal winning at the weekend, making it a pretty much a three-horse race. Nottingham Forest in fourth. Man City still reeling from their start, nothing to break their run of forms. One win in 12 for them. I'm sure they're sick of hearing this. But Liverpool on the attack. Here's Cody Gakpo. Has to lay it off to Alexander Arnold, who does very well to keep the ball in play, but it just squirms away and it's out for a throw-in. And in that instance, if you had to nitpick for the goal, Jet Spence or Heung-min Song, somebody has to close down Alexander Arnold. At least put in a challenge. Oh, it's clever play there. It's broke to Luis Diaz. Great save, Foster. Luis Diaz with a piercing hit on his left foot. Got pace and direction and was angling into the corner. Short handling there from Fraser Foster, and Liverpool looking to make it 2-0 in real quick time here. Bissouma struggling against Luis Diaz, who's been everywhere, to be fair. Postecoglou must be wondering how he can rally his troops back into this contest. He's got a lot of injury problems, yes, but this is the Premier League. It is unforgiving. And speaking of unforgiving, it's Salah against Gray, and Gray does very well. Keeps his eyes on the ball and not on the twinkling feet, and he wins the goal kick as well. Brilliant stuff there by Archie Gray. He's passing his test against Salah with flying colours. Nice pass there by Maddison with his outside of his boot to Son, who drifts infield. Leaves it a bit short there, but Sarr recovers. Here's Maddison. Bissouma, who's had a couple of nervy moments, especially playing those balls across the face of goal. Never really comfortable, especially when teams are putting that full press in. They pinch the ball, and Maddison looking to break the line from deep. Straight into the hands of Alisson, and it's a quick throw out. Gravenberch finds Luis Diaz. Robertson making the run on the left-hand side. And Liverpool patient. Diaz now on the left-hand side, and you can see that Gakpo's made his way into the box. You can expect Liverpool to try and float another cross in with Gakpo's height in the box, and that is brilliant play there by Ryan Gravenberch. He has just breezed past the challenges, and Maddison with an outstretched boot will be very fortunate to avoid a yellow card here. Lovely play there by the Dutchman. Maddison on the stretch there. He's definitely got a full chunk of Gravenberch. Might have got a touch on the ball, but is a foul here. In terms of midfield, I think Spurs have pretty much their first choice out there. Sarr, Bissouma and Robertson. If you had to pick one, I think Bentancur is a big miss. His suspension, he is serving, is affecting Spurs, as would be such a valuable option in that midfield. Here's Robertson now. Floated into the box. Commanding header there by Dragusin. Here's Szoboszlai. Thought about hitting. Lays it off to Mo Salah. Ball into the box. Oh, Dragusin clears. Acrobatics there from the Romanian. Brilliant work there defensively. Somehow managing to clear. Szoboszlai with the ball into the box towards the far stick. Robertson on the volley. Solanke clears. It's been relentless pressure here. Diaz, Robertson, first time ball in. Gakpo trying to get that first time finish at the near post. And Spurs managed to clear. Porro looking to set off Dejan Kulusevski. The first touch is good, but it just goes out of play. Once again, Liverpool so forceful. Balls in the box just being chucked in. This one was good. Szoboszlai thought about pulling the trigger here. It's a good initial header by Dragusin. Salah just put it in first time, and he is falling this way. He's got his foot up like a crane there. Real acrobatics there from, well, it's an outstanding pass there by Allison, but Szoboszlai is offside and he has to be onside there. Allison has waited for the press literally to the very last second for that very pass. You have to be onside there, Szoboszlai. Unfortunate there for the Brazilian keeper. That's that risk reward you talk about as to why keepers wait to the very last second to release that pass, especially with an attacker just running in full pelt. There's Maddison to Son. Solanke picks up the loose ball, does really well to try and burst away. It's a nice give and go here. Dominic Solanke must be offside, and he surely is. The offside flag now being raised with just over 30 minutes on the clock. Liverpool with that 1-0 lead, courtesy of Luis Diaz's header from a delicious Trent Alexander-Arnold cross. It was on the money. Perfect from the English right back. I say English right back. He is English and he's a right back, but he doesn't play for England. Gareth Southgate never really got into him, but that is brilliant work here from Ryan Gravenberch. Just breezes past the midfield. Gakpo, oh, he decided to pull the trigger there. Just decided against it, and Sa does very well to pinch the ball away. And I think that's Gakpo on the stretch who will pick up the yellow card, trying to prevent the counter attack there, all from the good work of Ryan Gravenberch. That's a clear yellow card there by Cody Gakpo on the stretch there on Sarr. I think Gravenberch is one of the best midfielders in the league in terms of receiving it on the half turn and just breaking into the space. It is one of his elite attributes that really progresses Liverpool up the pitch. Gets your centre backs backpedaling as well. That's always a nervous sight, knowing that he can release the pass to either side. Salah makes that run from out to in. So such a weapon when Gravenberch will make that run from midfield, and Arne Slot is making sure that he's micromanaging a few of the situations here just to make sure that his team is switched on, but he will be very, very pleased in terms of how they've approached an away game of this magnitude, knowing that a victory will really give them that breathing room. They have restricted Spurs to no shots on target and just 2 overall, while having 10 of their own and 3 on target. So, perfect away performance here for Liverpool so far. MacAllister trying to just feed that forward. Bissouma with the cushion header down, gets it back from Son. Here's Bissouma. He's got a few options, but it's all too congested on that left-hand side. Space does open up on that right with Pedro Porro. All those attackers really converging here. You can see Kulusevski is playing between Van Dijk and Robertson as the play is just being compressed on this right-hand side. Spence goes back to Archie Gray. And Postecoglou will continue to encourage and coach his team to play the same way here. I think he'll be the first one to admit that they have been second best in this match so far. He'll also be the first one with the glass half full approach that there's about 60 minutes left in the game here. Have to make sure that they don't lose the game. It's a quickly taken free kick, but it's a bit cheeky there by Kulusevski. I see what you do there. He's taken the ball a few paces forward and trying to take a quickly taken free kick. You can see this. It's clever. And Son was onside. So see what he's done there, but try to release the pass quickly here. Robertson does well to just usher the challenge. Now looks to carry the ball here. Nice take there by Luis Diaz. Dropping always all the way to the halfway line. Trying to control the ball. Now making the run on the outside. It's been a tireless performance by Luis Diaz. Not just the goal scorer, but just his overall play has been electric for Liverpool. Really is such a weapon, and especially big away games. Luis Diaz really does thrive on the right hand side here. Salah operating a bit centrally here, swapping positions, but he's lost out on the ball. Spence to Son. Quick release to Pape Sarr. Here's Dragusin. Oh, just striding forward. Again, Liverpool off the ball. Very good positioning. Look at this. The space is from deep, and Maddison has been found with a long raking pass from deep up against Joe Gomez, who does so well. This pinches the ball off Maddison, and that's an excellent cushion header there by Szoboszlai, facing his own goal, just nods it back to MacAllister, lays it off to Robertson, and just like that, Liverpool progress up the pitch. This mature playing here from Liverpool, showing their title credentials here. 10 minutes of normal time left in the first half. Game has flown by. Not too many stoppages or injuries. All right, Cody Gakpo picked up a yellow card. That's a nice pass between the lines to Szoboszlai. Here's Diaz to Gakpo. Cody Gakpo lays it off to Robertson. First time ball into the box. Szoboszlai with the header. Doesn't get the power on the rebound to make it 2-0. Brilliant stuff this from Alexis MacAllister on the follow-up to give Liverpool that cushion goal. Again, the build-up is patient. They just load the box in. Just wait for the late run by Alexis MacAllister. It was a good save early on, but it's MacAllister on the follow-up to beat Fraser Foster from close range with that header. It is a nice pass there by Joe Gomez, just breaking the lines and finding Szoboszlai. And from there, Liverpool mean business. There's a nicely floated ball in by Robertson. The header was partially cleared by Jed Spence, and the ball just bobbles a bit kindly there, but take nothing away from the header there from the Argentine. You can see it just comes off the shoulder of Szoboszlai, and MacAllister from close range makes it 2-0. Just about 10 minutes before the halftime whistle. Liverpool get the second goal, and they look like they're marching to 4 points on top of the league here with the game in hand, as Christmas has come early for Arne Slot and his men, and it's a shake of the head from Ange Postecoglou. They really have struggled at home. I think their last victory was Aston Villa. Was it Aston Villa? Maybe I have to check that again, but if I'm not mistaken, 4th of November was their last victory at home in the Premier League. It was a resounding victory against a very good team, but since then their home form has been abysmal. They have not gotten that consistent run of results. All those victories, losing at home to Ipswich. Now you see the likes of Liverpool coming in here looking so positive. Really is been one-way traffic for Arne Slot, who has been really has taken this league like duck to water. Here's Maddison. Spurs have to be careful here. You know that Postecoglou will not back down. He'll want his team to continue playing, and Bissouma plays a nice pass here. He's curled it to Son. First time ball is flashed across goal. The offside flag has been raised, and it's been the story for Tottenham. A lot of nearly moments in attack, but they haven't been able to stitch those passes in the final third. It was a nice pass there by Bissouma, and Son might be onside there, but the cross was disappointing. Solanke was never really getting there. Nicely played there by Dragusin. Very aggressive defending. Maddison finds Son with the strike, and on his left foot was cutting the ball always across. Never really troubling Alisson there. A rush clearance there from Joe Gomez. Dragusin coming forcefully at the back of Szoboszlai. Just lays it off. Yes, Solanke has done a lot of his good work outside the box. He's helped out in those pockets behind the striker, but hasn't really found any sort of joy either from Gomez or Van Dijk, and easier said than done. Those two centre backs really are behemoths. Got pace, they've got real physicality. Liverpool are opening up a lead here, and that injury happened to Ibrahima Konate. Thought that maybe, just maybe, that might be the dampener to Liverpool as everything was going their way. And those two back-to-back draws, first against Newcastle away from home, and then Fulham. Thought maybe it might be just slowing down the momentum, but performances like this just remind everybody that Liverpool are where they are, rightfully so. Here, Szoboszlai has got a lot of space to turn and run into. Oh, it's a heavy touch. It's a poor touch. It just gets away from him. And Sar pinches the ball, finds Son, and the son of old just looks to run at the defender instead. He's just waited, now looks to burst as he waits for Kulusevski. Clever reverse pass. Solanke lays it off, gets it back. Maddison and Solanke get in each other's way. Oh, it's a nice attempt there. But the goal scorer, oh, that's a good shot there from Pape Sarr. Ball just popped up to him there, just a snapshot. It's a shot on target though for Spurs. Ball just sat up nicely, take it on the chest, but it was good defending there by Alexis MacAllister. Oh, they pitched the ball here. Maddison to make it 1-1. James Maddison pounces on a very sloppy giveaway there. It's the goal scorer, Alexis MacAllister, who's going to have a complaint here with the referee. Van Dijk is having an earful here, completely against the run of play. And after they get their first shot on goal, it caught me completely by surprise. James Maddison, you can see there, MacAllister has clearly run that ball, and he feels that there's a foul when he's on the floor. He's clearly run that ball away. Maddison has pinched that, and he's just side-footed it into the corner. I think Alisson is not sighted here because it's not really in the corner. But I think with Joe Gomez coming across him, he's not put in the dive. And Tottenham Hotspur, just about 4 minutes before half-time, have their way back into this contest. It's game on. And Postecoglou getting exactly what he wanted here. It's a gift, though. Liverpool just concede that. It is far too casual. MacAllister can have all the complaints, but that first touch just went away from him. Brilliant stuff, though, by James Maddison. Had the option to the pass. Oh, what a pass this is. He's broken the lines here. Luis Diaz hesitates and then looks to bury it. It's brilliant from Jed Spence. But once again, the offside flag has been raised. Oh, it's just breathless football here. Incredible stuff. This is a brilliant pass there. I think it is Szoboszlai, and Diaz is clearly onside. Jed Spence, though, what a covering defender. He's just come across and made sure. See that Diaz had just hesitated there. Didn't really want to pull the trigger first time. Gives the defender the opportunity to put his body on the line there. This game just having absolutely everything about this. Spoke about this at kickoff. It's never a dull affair when these two teams meet. Here's Spence. 2 minutes of normal time still remaining here in this first half. Really has flown by. It's a long switch out. Alexander-Arnold calmly deals with it. Here's Gravenberch. Nice back heel pass. Gives it to Szoboszlai. Gravenberch gets away from him. Nice pressure there from Kulusevski. Son lays it off to Pape Sarr. Just waiting for the cavalry to bomb forward here. Here's Kulusevski. He's got Spence on the overlap. Doesn't use him. Spence just a bit disappointed. Not really having an impact going forward. Really is an attacking fullback. Dragusin with a bit of an aimless ball there. He'll just go harmlessly out there for a goal kick. Postecoglou rightfully upset with the choice of pass there from Dragusin. Entering the final minute, of what has been an outstanding first half of Premier League football. Liverpool with a 2-0 lead, looking to race away and march towards the top of the table. Luis Diaz opening the scoring, getting the second courtesy of that Alexis MacAllister header. It was MacAllister who made that mistake, and Maddison punished it. The commanding finish to beat Alisson there. Had gotten a shot on target rather, just a few minutes earlier. Was that shot from Pape Sarr where he took it on the chest and just hit it on the volley. Soon after that, they get that second shot on target, which is the goal as we head towards added on time here in this first half. Here's Van Dijk, goes for that long diagonal, cushion header by Diaz. Well, it was by Gakpo to Diaz. And forced to go back. They won't mind this here, Spurs. This 2 minutes of added on time has been signalled. Will Liverpool look to try and find another goal just before half time, or will they just take this lead and try and attack it in the second half? Oh, that's a curious pass there by Gravenberch, but Alexander-Arnold does well, and it's a nice pass. It's a very good header there by Szoboszlai. Yes, Salah, he's got options left and right. The reverse is there. It's Dominic Szoboszlai to make it 3-1. And just like that, Liverpool have their 2-goal cushion. It is electric football, this from Liverpool. It all comes from Dominic Szoboszlai, who wins the header, and Mo Salah, who was bearing down on goal, had options left or right, went reverse with Szoboszlai and bearing down on goal, was so calm with his finish. This is a good ball here by Alexander-Arnold. What a header that is from Szoboszlai, who heads it. And then it's Salah. The reverse is perfect. Szoboszlai takes the touch and just slots it under Fraser Forster. And Ange Postecoglou would have been anticipating a different kind of team talk, considering Spurs had pulled a goal back. Now we'll have a completely different halftime team talk, with Liverpool now 3-1 and taking all 3 points from North London. It's a big goal, this, from Dominic Szoboszlai, who's had a very good half in terms of physical capacity, running, arriving into the box. And this time the Hungarian gets himself on the score sheet. 4 goals in this first half already. Where did this game go next here? Again, Liverpool looking to break quickly here. Archie Gray has to be careful. Spurs have to be careful. It's a nice pass between the lines there by Gray. There's Kulusevski looking to turn away from trouble. He's done very well. Maddison, he's got Son on the left-hand side. Here's Son, but look at Liverpool. They've got so many red shirts back, and they easily deal with it as the referee blows the halftime whistle. What a first half it's been. It's been all Liverpool. They have that statement goal just before the halftime whistle. Dominic Szoboszlai made it 3-1 after Luis Diaz and Alexis MacAllister gave Liverpool a 2-0 cushion. And it was Alexis MacAllister's mistake that gave Tottenham Hotspur a route back into the contest. It was Maddison with the goal. And then just a minute before halftime, Liverpool from back to front, Trent Alexander-Arnold to Szoboszlai, to Salah, back to Szoboszlai, and the finish under Foster to make it 3-1. And as it stands, Liverpool have a 4-point lead here at the top of the Premier League with the game in hand. Second half coming up here, and it's a mountain to climb for Ange Postecoglou and Tottenham Hotspurs. Brilliant game of football. 4 goals. Thoroughly entertaining. I need a break as well. I am getting a bit of heat in the group chat for Chelsea's draw. It is disappointing, but and considering Chelsea won five in a row, yeah, we expected that one of these results would happen. It's a draw at Everton. It's a bogey ground. I think we left ourselves short in that game. I think the changes were far too late. The first half, Chelsea were good. They played some good stuff. Didn't really threaten Pickford, but play was good. Just kept it short, kept it neat and tidy. I thought the back three did very well. There's a point that I will address in a video tomorrow, but in terms of the defensive setup, but I found no complaints really. We were going at great guns. And I thought the first there was a chance there by Mangala, was it, who had a shot there, and I think Robert Sanchez definitely saved 2 points for Chelsea. Made brilliant saves in the match. Got it all written down. I'm gonna take Chelsea to task tomorrow, but yeah, disappointing. But you expect that to happen. The run was bound to come to an end. It's not a defeat. I thought the changes were too late, man. The team was set up well. A lot of Enzo Fernandez's good work was being wasted. I felt it's one of those games. Heard the commentator say that the conditions were worse today than it was when the game between them and Liverpool got cancelled or postponed rather for the Storm. So it's lucky for Liverpool, unlucky for Chelsea, I guess. But stuff like that happens. Both teams play on the same surface, same conditions. No complaints there. But disappointing 2 points dropped. But Manchester United got absolutely smoked. 3-0, and it's back to back 3-0s for Manchester United at home to Bournemouth. It happened last season where Iraola absolutely put the finish on Eric Ten Hag, and this time he does the same to Ruben Amorim with the exact same scoreline. Manchester United, every time they have some sort of positive result, it's two steps back for them. It's great to see. But in terms of really been a struggle defensively, that's back to back games where they've home games rather where they've conceded 3 goals, 3-2 to against Nottingham Forest, 3-0 here, conceded 4 away to Spurs in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals. Defensively, it's not looking good for them, but when going forward, the goals are so hard to come by. Like you mentioned, in that 4-3 game against Spurs, two of the goals was just gifted by Fraser Foster and one goal off a corner. So, in terms of creating chances and scoring goals in open plays, has been a struggle for Manchester United. Another defeat for them. I think they were 13 before this week. Where does that defeat take them? Let's have a look at the table. No surprises that it is Liverpool on top as it stands. It's pretty much been. Let's have a look at the table. Yep, Manchester United 13th. West Ham 2 points behind them in 14th, and Everton 6 behind Manchester United with the game in hand. Not looking good for Manchester United whatsoever. No real new manager bounce with Ruben Amorim. Started off with a draw at Ipswich, if I remember correctly. What a ball that was from Alexander Arnold in that right hand side half space. Nobody closing him down, not Son. It's far too late. Makes a run between both centre halves open. Well, Wolves get a much needed victory 3-0 against Leicester. Ruud van Nistelrooy having a bit of a tough time since becoming the full time coach of Leicester City. Yep, they got spanked 4-0 against Newcastle previous game, and now 3-0. It's been a tough start. And ironically for Ruud van Nistelrooy, his record at Manchester United was far better. So it's been a topsy-turvy encounter. It's been 3 goals, Guedes, Gomes and Cunha, three first half goals, and for Manchester United, Hoyson, Kluivert and Semenyo scores against them. Those 2 goals back to back. I think the penalty from conceded by Mazraoui comes from Bruno Fernandes. giving the ball away. How many times has that happened when Manchester United have conceded a goal this season? Happened against Nottingham Forest. His pass was easily pinched. Get that second goal. Happens again today. Penalty conceded by Mazraoui. Kluivert doesn't make mistakes. Hoyson, yeah, opened the scoring. Kluivert getting the second, and Semenyo, outstanding. What a season Semenyo is having for Bournemouth. Iraola is a top coach, man. I mean, seen his team play on many occasions this season. They were outstanding against Chelsea. How Chelsea escaped with the draw, win in that game. Only I know because I remember that game so clearly. He got absolutely packed in that game. It was Christopher Nkunku. It's pretty much a brilliant solo effort to win that game, but Bournemouth easily could have won the game. They steamrolled Manchester City. I remember that game as well very clearly. Maybe it was just 2-1 to 2-0. It could have been so much more. They dominated Manchester City. And now the 3-0 against Man United. Iraola is his stocks are just booming now, man. He's surely going to be picked up by a top team. Full respects to Bournemouth. He's showing his acumen here. This is a very good pass by Salah. The reverse, perfect to Szoboszlai. And you know that Foster's so big, he's going to make himself big. Just slot it between the legs and gets you the goal. And I think that goal would have just cheesed off Postecoglou. Would have been preparing that half-time team talk. Okay, lads, it's 2-1. Don't panic. Yes, we have not really threatened Liverpool. We've been a bit lucky in terms of how we got our goal. Let's not do anything silly. Let's keep it tight. That goal just goes in and just kills that momentum. I don't know how Spurs respond. We'll have a look at their bench. Liverpool have so much firepower, man, in their reserves. I think they have Chiesa back as well. Let's have a look. They have Jota, Nunez, Endo, Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones. Well, no Chiesa. I think he's once again injured. And as for Spurs, let's have a look at their bench. Bro, they've got nothing on the bench, and I'm being very generous. Well, they have Brennan Johnson and Timo Werner. They've got Lucas Bergwall as well, but in terms of being stretched thin, they've got nothing in terms of midfield options. Udogi can come in as left back, but yeah, Werner and Johnson and Lancashire. Heard about Mikey Moore. Lancashire, I think, might have just scored in the uh, Europa League, was it? Might have done that, but yeah, Liverpool 3-1, options on the bench, commanding first half performance. I don't see how they do not wrap up all 3 points here and take that 4 point lead with the game in hand onto match week 18. Again, the table, when I'm looking at the table, what sticks out, Nottingham Forest 4th, Bournemouth 5th. My goodness me. I mean, yes, Bournemouth are unbelievable against it, but let's look at Iraola's last 10 games. They beat Arsenal. They were brilliant in that game. Yes, Arsenal were down to 10 men. Draw against Aston Villa, beat Manchester City, lost to Brentford, lost to Brighton. That was their back-to-back draws. And since that game, in the next 5 games, it's 4 wins and 1 draw. They beat Wolves away from home 4-2, beat Spurs at home 1-0, beat Ipswich away 2-1, drew to West Ham 1-1, and then at Old Trafford a 3-0 trouncing. You see them in fifth position. They are not out of place. Like you said, when you see teams that you don't really expect in these lofty positions, you say that maybe they will fall out, and they might just fall off, but they are there on merit. Nottingham Forest brilliant throughout this campaign. They're just 2 points behind Arsenal in third position, so that's how good Forest have been. And Bournemouth, well, they're level with Aston Villa in terms of points. Both of them are joint with I think 28, but Villa have 0 goal difference. And Manchester City now find themselves in seventh position. Seventh. And City, for all that, one win in 12, they are 6 points of third place Arsenal in terms of giving you perspective. Know that City are pretty much one of the only teams now that Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool and Arteta having a bit of an indifferent thing, known to have that capability really to put on those big winning runs, not just 5, 6 games on the trot, those 10, those 12, 14 games. When you do that, you really do demoralize your opponents. Everybody else looks at that league table thinking that they're not going to drop points ever. Liverpool are starting to do that slowly but surely. They're winning games, and when they do drop points, it does look like, wow, something different has happened here. When they drew against, I thought they were very good against Newcastle. Up, they were down 2-1. They led 3-2. It was a mistake by Kelleher to make it 3-3. But St James's Park is one of the most toughest away grounds in the Premier League. Me as a Chelsea fan, I'll be the first one to tell you that. St James's Park, nightmare scenario, man. Everything about that place since Jose was there in his first stint, it's just been that ground. So getting a point there is not necessarily bad. Yeah, man. For Liverpool, they've dealt with whatever has been thrown in front of them very well so far, and the other teams not being perfect. City completely falling off. With Christmas now approaching and New Year's, Liverpool with that cushion, it's their title to lose. It's that simple as that. As Chelsea and Arsenal will make it a bit of a fight and push. I think Chelsea are a bit early in their development to really make that next jump. When their coach, his first season in the Premier League, in top flight management, he's just had that one season with Leicester in the Championship. That kind of experience does count. Liverpool have players who've been there, done that. The back five that we see right now has won the league together. As it stands, Liverpool sitting pretty on top, 39 points in 16 games, 12 wins, 3 draws, and that one defeat against Nottingham Forest at Anfield. As for Chelsea, outstanding season, man. Disappointing result today, but 17 games, 35 points. If you had offered that to me beginning of the season, I would have snapped your hand off. So thank you very much. Where are those 35 points? Give it to me and let's run. I'm back underway for the start of the second half. What do Spurs do here? In terms, we spoke about their options on the bench. Not too many. Werner and Brennan Johnson. As for Liverpool, they can chop and change. They can introduce Jota and Nunez. If the game ever gets a bit nervy for them, for someone to just add that bit of clinical nature and finish things off for them. And we're off and running for the start of the second half. Liverpool with a 3-1 lead, courtesy of Luis Diaz, Alexis MacAllister, and Dominic Szoboszlai. Maddison, goal scorer for Spurs, and this is an outstanding run this from Pape Sarr. Real P&P there. Pace and power shown there by the Senegalese midfielder. And I think that would have been a clear foul there by Bissouma on Gravenberch. They're appealing for the foul there. They thought that maybe Pape Sarr was fouled there. I think I would agree on that. Looked like there was a definite trip there. As for Spurs, oh, what a switch that is from Van Dijk. Jed Spence does well. But the follow-up is picked up by Alexander Arnold. Dragusin clears. The touch by Gravenberch is good, and MacAllister just keeps his composure here. Nice little play, one touch around the corner. This is brilliant football, this from Liverpool, but the pass there by Luis Diaz can't find Cody Gakpo. don't think that Spurs will be looking to play any different, but they will need to try and threaten Allison a lot more in the second half. I have to have shots from distance, easier said than done, beating them. Oh, Archie Gray's taking a bit of a chance there, gets away with that one. Luis Diaz breathing down his neck. There's Pedro Porro with the throw in. See Liverpool's bench there. Kelleher, Endo, Nunez, Jones, Harvey Elliott, Diogo Jota, Simicas, Kwanzaa, and Trey Inyoni. Plenty of options for Arne Slot. It's that big miss of Ibrahim Konate for Liverpool. That's a nice pass forward. Again, it's 3-on-3 here for Liverpool. Nice touch there from Szoboszlai to bring it down. What a pass that is from Salah, and it was never really going to reach Cody Gakpo there. Go for that in swinger towards the far stick. Too much curl on that. Long ball over the top, and just like that, with a good touch there from Szoboszlai, Liverpool a 3v3 there, and just like that, the entire team just gets bypassed by one long ball. And that's something that Postecoglou will have to be a bit more wary about as the game goes on. Pass forward. Good header. Here's Robertson. Diaz takes it off him. And Liverpool slowing the game down, bringing it to their own pace, and now will look to increase the tempo. Nice pass there by Luis Diaz to Alexander Arnold in a similar position where he delivered the cross for the first goal, almost getting it back. Jet Spence doing well against Salah. Here's Bissouma. Back to Spence. Will be forced to go back. Here's Archie Gray, who's had a... It's tough to say he's had a decent half because your team is down 3-1. In terms of having to fill in, hasn't looked out of place is as high a compliment I think can give for a team, the centre half with the team down 3-1 at home. Look at Spurs' home form here. Very sure that their last victory did come at home against Aston Villa. Since then, it's just been draws and defeats that they've had to contend with. They have back-to-back wins here before this game, that is. 5-0 away at Southampton, and then that 4-3 win against Manchester United in the cup. But if you look at their home form, yep, 4-1 against Aston Villa, 3rd of November, the last time Spurs won a Premier League game at home in the Premier League. They had back-to-back defeats at home to Ipswich and then Chelsea. Now all but certain to have yet another one at home, this time to league leaders Liverpool. Nice switch there by Maddison to Heung-min Son. Tries to twist and turn. Again, it's accidental football here for Liverpool. And this is a side that no Liverpool fan, player, manager, anyone related to Liverpool want to see. Van Dijk's on the ground, but he's okay there. A wry smile on the Dutchman's face. I just got caught on the top of his boot there. Slight limp there, but should be okay. And he is the man who just marshals the back line. And you can see just Solanke, he's trying to just make contact with the ball. Another long ball forward. Salah is making that run, and they're going to find one of these balls forward, that's for sure. Every time they hit it forward, that's how they got the third goal. All pumped forward, winning a couple of balls. Next thing you know, you're bearing down on the opposition goal. Salah's done that on a couple of occasions. Good defending there by Robertson against Kulusevski. Well, it was MacAllister rather on that left-hand side where the left back was supposed to be, and he just releases Cody Gakpo up against Pedro Porro. Here's Gakpo. Good defending there by Dragic, just comes in and pinches the ball off him. Back to MacAllister. Switch of play there by Robertson to Salah, running at Spence. Good defending there by Jet Spence. Fraser Foster makes sure that he sweeps up. It's under 40 minutes of normal time to go in this match. Again, nothing from Spurs in terms of troubling Allison. That will cause a bit of concern to Ange Postecoglou. Three defeats rather on the trot at home. This increases their pressure. We talked about Manchester United in 13th, really struggling. This week doesn't look good for Spurs as well. They started this week at 11th. And yep, with Brentford's result, they'll find themselves 11th as well. So this result not really changing too much in terms of league position, but would have been an opportunity to try and make their way forward because it's December, man. It's end of December. Next thing you know, turn of the year, busy run of games in Jan, Feb, then cup competitions resume, European commitments are once again back in the fold. These run of games are going to be so crucial. That's brilliant from Alexis MacAllister, going stride for stride with Pape Sarr and comes away with the ball. Lays it off forward to Szoboszlai. Here's Gravenberch. Gets it back with the 1-2 with Joe Gomez, and Liverpool just playing at a walking pace here. Just inviting the press forward. Alexander-Arnold with brilliant footwork, once again trying to set off Mo Salah. Trying to get around the back of Jet Spence, but Spurs played out very nicely here. And the outside of the boot pass has taken a deflection. Son will give the chase, but Gomez easily deal with it. Liverpool in the first, second, and third ball. But Jet Spence has pinched the ball back. Here's Kulusevski. He's got Pedro Porro on acres of space, but he couldn't find that. Very good defending, and Liverpool on the break are flooding bodies forward. Here's Luis Diaz. Gets the 1-2 back. Cody Gakpo squares it across. Archie Gray on the follow-up, and it's Salah to make it 4-1. And it's game over. Liverpool on the counter-attack are something else, man. They flood bodies forward, and it's panic stations. It looked like Archie Gray. We saw him do that in the first half with a heroic challenge at the goal line. This time, having no chance, and the ball falling kindly to Mo Salah, who had an assist in the first half, now has a goal. Kulusevski lost the ball, the pass there to Gakpo, and just like that, Liverpool flooding bodies into the box. Nice pass reversed there by Diaz to Gakpo across goal. And two blocks there by Archie Gray, getting distance on neither. And on the second attempt, it was straight to Salah, who cannot miss from that range. And Liverpool are threatening to blow Tottenham out the water here. They already have 4 goals to their name with a 3-goal cushion. And this evening could go from bad to worse for Tottenham and Ange Postecoglou. And as it looks like for certain, it's 3 defeats in a row at home for Postecoglou at Tottenham. Just like that, 10 minutes into the second half, you're looking at a procession here. Here's Salah, hungry for more goals. Spence does well in that one-on-one duel. Well, Postecoglou has to be careful here. If the scoreline goes south, I mean really south, could be a decision or might just get the brain trust of Spurs, who are probably not thinking about it. Maybe I would have had half a mind about it. It does give food for thought here. As we look at the top scorers in the Premier League, Mo Salah has 14, Erling Haaland 13, and Cole Palmer 11. So Mo Salah with goals and assists falling out of his backside, man. He has been one-way wrecking crew. Again, it's a long ball. Szoboszlai one-on-one to make it 5-1. around the goalkeeper, and he's made an absolute mess there with the finish. He's gone with his left foot past the keeper as the side netting. We spoke about this from time and time again. It's Allison who has come outside of his box under no pressure. It's a long ball forward. Szoboszlai has run in unopposed, unchallenged, and he has free reins to make it 5-1 and a brace for him. And like I said, this can get ugly, really ugly for Tottenham Hotspurs. No doubt about it. And there is the double substitution now by Tottenham Hotspur. It's too late. Ren Johnson and Lucas Bergwall coming on for Ape Sarr and James Maddison. Maddison as the consolation goal for Tottenham Hotspur. There's nothing more than that, really. Outstanding from Liverpool, how they have just taken Spurs apart here. 4-1 and cruising. You see Maddison's reaction at the bench. He's got his head in his hands. There's the youngster Bergwall, 18 years of age, from Sweden, preferred ahead of Timo Werner. They play in midfield alongside Yves Bissouma. Here's Jet Spence. First time really that he's made his way forward. Again, he's been ignored there. Here's Kulusevski. Nice touch. Brilliant defending. Van Dijk just stayed goal side there with Kulusevski. Just looking to turn the Dutchman there, but Van Dijk having none of that. It's a corner. Again, Spurs continuing to put a bit of pressure here and want to continue their good work, or stop Liverpool's good work rather. It's a good ball into the box. It's easily headed away. Nice touch there. Szoboszlai with a heavy touch. But once again, Liverpool, when they defend their own corners, are so lethal. Oh, Luis Diaz is taking the absolute mickey there with a Rabona flick up. Look at that. Well, he didn't Rabona flick it. He Rabona faked it and then lifted it over. I mean, outrageous. But every time Liverpool are defending a corner, and the ball breaks, and as you see here, they are so lethal. And just like that, Liverpool with acres of space here. Salah one-on-one against Jet Spence on the right-hand side. He's got support. He goes for the reverse. Clever idea, but I think the right pass was Luis Diaz on the left. Tried to find Cody Gakpo down the center instead. But it's another warning shot there. Even Son has got, really looks leggy out there. No real pace. The way Joe Gomez just came across and won the ball, it shows you that the South Korean is struggling physically here as the game is going on. We're just about approaching the 60th minute. Here's Dragusin. The Spurs have conceded four at home rather, against Chelsea. Now 4 at home against Liverpool. Nice pass there. Gakpo feeds it through centrally. Szoboszlai, unselfish. Salah, 5-1 Liverpool. It's game over. Call the fight, guys. Wave the white flag. Liverpool are running riot. And it's Mo Salah with a quick fire brace in the second half. And with 15 minutes into the second half, the game's all but over here. 5-1 for Liverpool. It's a 5-star display. Dominic Szoboszlai is having one of those games where everything he's touching is working here in this game. This time turning provider. Salah was never really going to miss. Again, the way they just transition from back to front. Spurs just making it far too easily. The touch there from Szoboszlai to take it past Archie Gray is far too easy. Just cut back past a despairing dive from Jet Spence. And Salah is never missing from there, is he? And Spurs are 5-1 down here with 30 minutes to go. Watch out the space, guys. This We could see some movement at the end of the night here in terms of personnel or some decision being made for Spurs. As you look at the face of Ange Postecoglou, shake of the head. He has absolutely no idea where to turn here. Again, they've pinched the ball here. It's MacAllister. It's Diaz to make it 6. Oh, it's a chance. They've just about managed to clear. Here's Gakpo trying to wriggle away from a couple of challenges. It's just looking all at sea here. Oh, it's a heavy foul there by Bergwall on Gravenberch. Heavy foul there by the Swede on the Dutchman. Ryan Gravenberch just feeling his side of his shin there. And it's a cold evening here in North London with forlorn faces at home in this quite remarkable stadium that Daniel Levy has sanctioned and got built, but they are conceding a bucket load of goals here under Ange Postecoglou. Free kick here. Alexander Arnold, who's already has an assist to his name. 5-1 for him. They've taken it short. Here's Gravenberch back to Alexander Arnold. And he's got a lot of space. Alexander Arnold! Oh, what a save! He has rifled that towards the top corner. Fraser Forster at full stretch. Oh, that looked like he was piercing into the top of the net. Big hands there. Don't think it was at full stretch really, but really good hit there by Alexander Arnold. 5-1 for Liverpool here. Taking it short. MacAllister clips it towards the fast take. Van Dijk, Salah. Oh, how they've missed this. Oh, my goodness me. It should have been 6. Luis Diaz with the acrobatics. My goodness, they are all at sea here. They're giving the ball away. Bissouma somehow manages to regain possession here. Here's Bergwall. I feel for the youngster here, chucked in such a situation where it's very much possible that Liverpool might just worsen things here. It's a short pass that, look at Alisson just taking the mickey once again, just flicks that over Solanke. Liverpool playing 1-2 touch. Pinch the ball here. Kulusevski does well to ride the challenge. Dan Kulusevski, brilliant. Kulusevski looks to cut that across, and Van Dijk once again goal side, angles perfect from the Liverpool skipper. Kulusevski has been the only real threat for Spurs going forward, but he has been very blunt, to say the least, so he's been forced to be blunt. A good defending by Liverpool once again. Here's Bergwall. Oh, they have to be careful. Again, every time defending. And that ball breaks loose and Liverpool break. It's another corner for Spurs, but I don't think that's a bad thing for Liverpool. Spurs will try and load the box here. If they don't get this right and the ball does break for Liverpool, you can expect those red shirts to just flood forward, try and add a 6th. Very nearly could have a couple of minutes ago. Ball into the box. Broken away. Kulusevski again just almost getting pinched away from him. Has to be careful. Again, the ball has been cleared. Alexander Arnold switches it up. And Liverpool on the break here. Here's Luis Diaz. Lays it off and it's good defending there. The aerial pass to try and find Salah. Again, nearly moments to set Salah through. Bergwall with a nice couple of passes here since coming on. Here's Kulusevski on that right-hand side. Waiting for the overlap, decides to go on the outside of his boot. Well defended. Son trying to get some purchase on it. Heung-min Son has to wait. Here's Bergwall. Forced to go back. Here's Archie Gray. Back to Bergwall. Pedro Porro. Cross comes in. It's very easily dealt with by Cody Gakpo. Good tracking back there by Cody Gakpo on that left-hand side. Done very well there. It wasn't a corner as well. Here's Pedro Porro. Nice nutmeg pass. Kulusevski chops in on his right foot. Kulusevski, and it's just squirted wide. Alexander Arnold takes no chances there, but wasn't going to be on target anyways. He wasn't to know. Probably expecting a run at the far stick. Just takes evasive measures. Corner here for Spurs. In Solanke, Dragusin, two targets in the box. Cross comes in. It's punched away by Allison. Bergwall goes back to Son on that left-hand side. Son with a couple of nifty step overs, but it's easily dealt with by Alexander Arnold. But the offside flag has been raised to just compound the misery. And speaking of compounding the misery, Liverpool are readying a double substitution here. Diogo Jota coming on for Cody Gakpo, and Curtis Jones coming on for Alexis MacAllister. Liverpool having the luxury to bring on two good players off the bench. Jota is such a lethal finisher, has faced a lot of injury problems, it's got to be said, but I think it's job done for Alexis MacAllister in terms of coming back into the side. Did score the goal, but immediately made that error. Supposed to get back into it, but I think he's had an excellent game. The Argentine midfielder has looked very composed, and every time he has, or he's in the team rather, Liverpool are so much better on the ball. Quick pass forward. Well defended by Bergwall, who's shown a lot of appetite, it's got to be said. Since coming on, he's put himself about. It's the least that you can do, but have a look at the league table. Liverpool not just getting 3 points, but boosting their goal difference as well. Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal all were tied at plus 18. Liverpool now going to plus 22. Expected Spurs to help Chelsea out and do a bit of a favor. Not a long raking pass, well dealt with by Pedro Porro. He just heads that long ball back to Foster. Here's Dragusin. And it's a nice pass into the channel by Pedro Porro onto the right-hand side to Brennan Johnson. First time really being involved for Spurs. Again, it's an inventive pass, but look at that by Alexander Arnold. Just deals with that so easily. Takes that on the chest, takes a couple of touches, clears that away. Shows you that Liverpool are playing like they're playing in a playground here. Here's Bergwall. It is a tough watch, not going to lie. Seeing Liverpool just looking in so much comfort, and Chelsea having dropped those 2 points, hoping that Spurs would have given us some sort of help. But Liverpool have pinched the ball here. Jota has done really well to show some strength against Dragusin, and Dragusin gives it to him right back, going shoulder to shoulder with the Portuguese forward. Romanian winning that battle there. It was a nice one, really. A bit of a scrap, an old school scrap. Right forward. Again, these attacks have broken down far too consistently. Gravenberch turning away from trouble well, but his pass misplaced. But Liverpool still hounding and winning the ball back. Here's Diaz. 20 minutes of normal time still to be played. And the game has been free-flowing rather. You just can't expect too much time added on as it stands. Trying to get away from a couple of challenges there, but Suma with the foul on the Egyptian. Heading into the last 20 minutes of normal time, as this is going to be a tough watch. Here's Robertson. Chips that into the area. Spence as well. It's that to be Suma. Again, the pass is not arriving. It's far too late. They've made the run there. Son has bursted clear. Instead of pulling the option on the pass. He just decides to recycle possession. Here's Archie Gray. It's been a bit of a baptism for him. Alexander Arnold cuts that pass very nicely. Again, plays a long pass. Jet Spence has done so well to adjust his body to make sure that he made the interception there. As Salah was going clean through. Spurs now looking to manufacture an opportunity. Nice, clever pass. Kulusevski! It's a quality goal there by Dejan Kulusevski. A lovely scoop pass there from Dominic Solanke. And it looks like a consolation goal here for Tottenham Hotspur. They get maybe another one very quickly. Might change things, but this is a lovely one too. Inventive pass there by Dominic Solanke, and Kulusevski on the volley lashes it past a helpless Alisson. So I look, might have just taken a nick off Van Dijk, but the finish emphatic by the Swedish international. And Kulusevski, who's been one of Spurs' player of their season, it isn't saying much considering where they are in the league, but another goal to this game. 7 goals in this contest. Here's Luis Diaz. Again, will that goal not just wake Liverpool up to try and go for another? Have a +3 goal difference with all 3 points here so far. Salah looking for the reverse. I think Jet Spence has done very well against him. Yes, the stats will show Salah 2 goals, 1 assist. What are you talking about? Get that, but look at the 90 minutes and the battles, really, the one-on-ones. He's done very well, Jet Spence. Stats don't show that, but that's why we do watch-alongs. That's why we watch games for 90 minutes. Lovely touch around the corner. This is fluid football there. Van Dijk doing very well. He has defended Kulusevski so well on 3 or 4 occasions. It's a quickly taken throw in there, but I think there were 2 balls on the pitch. Unfortunate there. Yeah, the way Van Dijk has defended against the quicker player in Kulusevski. Kulusevski is really nice. You never really know which side he's going to turn. Van Dijk far too wily. This is very good. Bergwijn playing a nice 1-2. Jet Spence getting on the overlap for the first time, really. And he's won a corner. It's come off Dominic Szoboszlai. 74 minutes on the clock. Spurs pulling a goal back. Still have a proverbial mountain to climb. 5-2 in favor of Liverpool. But a corner here, if they can manufacture something, just about set up a bit of a grandstand finish in the final 15 of this match. Son's ball is disappointing. It's headed away by Jota at the front stick. So disappointing when the corner taker doesn't beat the first man. As for Liverpool, they are starting to concede a few goals. 3 against Newcastle, 2 against Fulham, 2 again today. In grand scheme of things, it won't really matter, but in the way Arne Slot has come across in his press conferences, in his post-match interviews, he is a man who demands absolute perfection. Remember when they lost against Nottingham Forest at home? Just even like 6 or 7 weeks after that, he kept bringing up Forest at home as a blip, as a constant reminder to the fans at home and the players on the pitch that just demands excellence. Again, Spence winning the duel against Salah. How many times have we said that? He's done really well to motor forward. The reverse idea is good there from Solanke, but Liverpool managed to clear. Jota is looking to pin Dragusin there. He's done very well there to pinch the header. Clever pass by Mo Salah. Here's Diaz. Foster, no man's land. Diaz with a chip. Oh, it's just over the crossbar. And it could have very easily been 6-2 to Liverpool. Again, Liverpool on the break are just electrifying. Salah with that nice fade on that left-footed pass. Foster thought about coming. He comes a long way and then stops, which gives Luis Diaz all the opportunity just to chip it over. He does just that, but it's just over the crossbar. It's a huge let off. Liverpool are happy to play it short, but when that opportunity does come to go long with that quick ball, no hesitation. Runners are always available. Credit to the Spurs fans who are still out there in the stadium, seeing their team getting packed out here. 5-2 in favor of Liverpool, but another goal, maybe just consolation, maybe set up a nervy finish. Liverpool are far too experienced, aren't they? Here's Szoboszlai. It's got Alexander Arnold on the overlap. First time ball in, it's cleared away. Again, Bergwall has looked very assured in midfield, and as I say that, he loses the ball out. Salah, Jota, Szoboszlai. Very well played there by Kulusevski. Really battling, brilliant work there by the Swede, showing great strength and carrying power here. He's a lone man charging forward as he eats the foul. Diogo Jota cannot believe it. He felt that it was shoulder to shoulder. Fantastic play there by Dejan Kulusevski. He's picked the ball up, rode a couple of challenges. He was under pressure, still driving his team forward. Free kick here for Spurs. And Liverpool haven't had too many problems defending these set piece situations. Pedro Porro with the ball in. Solanke with the header. Here's Robertson. Diaz lays it back to Robertson as Liverpool look to play out the back. They do so with Gravenberch with his signature turn. Gets it back from Robertson. Liverpool progress very nicely back to front here. Here's Diaz to Jota. It's a heavy touch there, and it's a clear foul there by Bergwall on the Portuguese. He'll pick up a yellow card. Jota was just looking to turn away from the young Swede, and he takes a tumble there. A bit of a theatric dive there from Jota, but he did get full contact on him. Heading towards the final 11 or 12 minutes of normal time. Liverpool, no surprises, taking it short. Just look to keep the ball here for the next couple of minutes. Nice pass, Ferguson doing well, but the second ball has been picked up by Jota. Here's Alexander Arnold. Cross comes in. What a ball again. It's Szoboszlai on the stretch to try and get the header on target. Alexander Arnold again getting the freedom of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on that right-hand side to just pick his head up and pick his choice of pass. The two players at the back stick there. Was looking for Szoboszlai, but there was far too much pace on the ball though. Again, Van Dijk defending against Kulusevski so well. Looking for the 1-2 there, Robertson and Diaz. Oh, he's lost the ball there, Bissouma. Here's Jota. Waits for support. Salah on the overlap is Alexander Arnold. Across goal. Good save there by Foster. And it's a corner there for Liverpool. 80 minutes on the clock. Liverpool almost adding another. Again, it's such fluent play going forward. Foster making sure that he got a strong palm to it. Sitting 4 against Chelsea, 5 against Liverpool at this very ground. Isn't a good December for Ange Postecoglou and Tottenham Hotspur. Had to pick up a win at home in the Premier League. It's the 3rd of November. Corner here now. Left foot of Robertson, cleared away by Bergwall. Szoboszlai! Oh, it was hit with some force on the follow-up. And Bissouma clears. The ball fell to Dominic Szoboszlai on his left foot there. Oh, brilliant from Kulusevski. Once again, magnificent stuff there by Dejan Kulusevski. Really is a competitor and a fighter. Now substitution. being readied here. It is Timo Werner. We'll get about 9 minutes and stoppage time to try and add another goal here for Tottenham Hotspur. It is the skipper Heung-min Son who has been withdrawn. It's been a tough evening for the South Korean skipper, not having that pace anymore one on one. Does find it like a bit of a struggle, I would say. Has to rely on his trickery and his one touch, 1-2 play with his fellow forwards. Nice pass there by Archie Gray to Jed Spence, inverting into midfield and now looking to make the run outside. But here's Werner instead, the substitute. Fresh legs. Can he add a bit of impetus? Postecoglou was vocal about his criticism about the former German international. The header. Solanke! What a goal that is! They've pulled one back. It's Dom Solanke against his former club. Gets the goal. Liverpool will be furious with this late Tottenham comeback. They were down 5-1 and now 2 goals in quick time here. They've kept the ball alive. Bergwall with the ball floated towards the back stick. It was brilliant from Brennan Johnson, and Solanke on the stretch does very well past Van Dijk and his left-footed finish to beat Alisson from close range. Good poacher's finish there from Dom Solanke. He was provider for the second goal and now is the goal scorer. And now for Liverpool, who were pretty much chilling at 5-1, a bit of a nervous 7 minutes plus stoppage time coming. Here's Luis Diaz. Oh, well saved on the follow-up. Spence clears. Here's Gravenberch. Again, Liverpool looking to add the 6th here. Keep it short. Alexander-Arnold clipped in. Jota with the header. It's well off target. Half chance there. Diogo Jota is decent in the air. Well, credit to Tottenham Hotspur. At 5-1, you think that game could very easily go to 6 or 7-1, but a bit of respectability to the scoreline now. In terms of 3 points, they were never really going to get it. They were 3-1 down at halftime, 5-1 at 60 minutes or so. They showed some fight here. They're clearly fighting for the manager. But Kulusevski, excellent for Spurs. Tom Solanke chipping in with a goal and assist. Saw Timo Werner just moments ago, just trying to take on Trent Alexander in that one-on-one situation. He's got to do that as often as possible in this quick cameo that he has. And if Spurs can find a goal in the next couple of minutes, it really will set up a grandstand finish, and it did not look likely whatsoever. Liverpool are ready to bring on Darwin Núñez for further attacking firepower. Here's Jota. Pays it off. Szoboszlai. Salah. He's got Diaz. Goes across goal. Diaz to make it 6. And just like that, Liverpool finish it off. Any ray of hope, any ray of sunshine for Tottenham Hotspur extinguished by the excellent Colombian. And it's another assist for Mo Salah, identifying the pass rightly. And it's not an easy finish by Luis Diaz, who goes across goal. And it's Liverpool again from back to front as they're ready to bring on Darwin Núñez. It started off with Luis Diaz just waiting patiently, goes around Salah. That's a clever run, brilliant through pass by the Egyptian. And it's an assured finish by Luis Diaz to make it 6-3 to Liverpool at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Luis Diaz had the first word, and I think he's just about had the last laugh. 6-3. What a game of football this has been. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And Salah, I think his evening has come to an end. So has Luis Diaz's. And it's Harvey Elliott and Darwin Nunez, the two substitutes. Again, quality players coming on. It is job done for Liverpool and their two attackers, Diaz and Salah. They are so electric going forward, aren't they? Here's Werner. He's got a bit of space now on the left-hand side. It's a poor ball. Tried to win that back. Lays it off there. Brennan Johnson to Pedro Porro. Bergwall on the overlap. That's been ignored. Here's Kulusevski instead. Back to Pedro Porro. On the stretch. Solanke. Brennan Johnson! Oh, what a save, Alisson! Oh, brilliant save by the Brazilian. Here's Jed Spence. Goes for it on the overlap. Spurs looking for another goal here. Cross comes into the box towards the far sticks. It's headed away by Robertson. Full credit to Spurs who keep going here. Nice low drive there by Brennan Johnson. Strong wrists by Alisson. Brilliant from Kulusevski. Rides the challenge. Clip ball in and Van Dijk deals with it easily and it's a corner for Spurs. Taken short. Here's Bergwall. Cross comes into the box towards the far stick. Very good header by Joe Gomez. Timo Werner will recover. Ken crossed into the box. Cleared away. Liverpool on the break now. Here's Jota, but he loses out. Here's Bergwall. Oh, that's a poor pass there by Bergwall. He had the opportunity and the option of Pedro Porro on the overlap. Shake of the head there from the Swede. Into the final 2 minutes of normal time in what has been an extraordinary game. We've seen 9 goals to round off match week 17 in the Premier League. As it stands, Liverpool with a cushion like no other, 4 points and a game in hand over Chelsea. Here's Nunez now, fresh legs on his left foot. Nunez twisting and teasing Dragusin and might have just earned his team a corner here. It hasn't. Referee had played on. Everybody stopped there and Spurs just clear it. I know 90 seconds or so of normal time here. Good ball swept up to Szoboszlai, who's doing a few keep-ups. Keepy-uppies rather. Here's Gravenberg keeping it tidy. Final minute of normal time. Liverpool just looking to keep it at walking pace here. 9 attempts to 24 in favor of Liverpool. Liverpool 12 shots on target to Spurs' 5. Good ball into the box towards the far stick. Here's Harvey Elliott with a lovely first touch. The newly introduced substitute. Jota, Alexander-Arnold. Scott Elliott on the right-hand side. Gravenberch does find Elliott. Here's Trent. That's a poor pass there by Diogo Jota. Move just breaks down there. And Liverpool just look to run this time down now. As for Ange Postecoglou, goals conceded. That column will not be good for him. They do play excellent football and see that more often than not. But let's have a look at, as it stands, how many goals they have conceded. Spurs in 11th of 39 goals. 25 rather. It's 5 minutes of stoppage time. As Liverpool will keep their assault on the top of the league. It's been a very curious weekend of football. Chelsea dropping points. Man City losing comfortably against Aston Villa. Manchester United losing to Bournemouth at home, continuing their woes under Ruben Amorim. Arsenal had a convincing victory, 5-1 against Crystal Palace away from home. And Liverpool with a statement victory here. 6-3. The last time, remember, a scoreline such as this Remember 6-3 and City versus Arsenal? And Pellegrini was the manager. Alvaro Negredo and Sergio Aguero, the strikers, that season where City did win the league and they were irresistible going forward. Just trying to associate that 6-3 scoreline with any other that I can remember at the top of my head. Here's Archie Gray as we head towards the final 3.5 minutes now. Can Spurs give their fans something for consolation? Another consolation. They keep having to score consolation goals here. Nice pass there by Dragishen, who's found Brennan Johnson. Well defended there by Robertson, and it's just hacked clear by Darwin Nunez. And if you're looking at man of the match contenders, Luis Diaz is a contender for me. The midfield of MacAllister did really well throughout the game. He looked excellent, I thought. Van Dijk, well, when you concede 3 goals, yes, circumstances matter and the context matters as well. When you do concede 3 goals, the defense is not really going to get too much praise. But yeah, the likes of MacAllister, Mo Salah, and Luis Diaz. Between Diaz and Salah, I think you can have your pick as to who the man of the match could be. Mo Salah will get that just to continue his accolades for Liverpool. Heading into the final 2 minutes of stoppage time. Liverpool just looking to run down the clock here. This result will take them top with 39 points plus 21 goal difference. Here's Nunez. It shows you that Liverpool's 11 is strong, but even off the bench, they've got some really good players. Brought on Jones and Harvey Elliott off the bench. The 2 youngsters from the academy, very good players. Jota and Nunez always look like they can make something happen as an attacking force. So in terms of scoring goals, shuffling your pack, getting everybody involved, pretty much ticks all the boxes for Liverpool. As for Spurs, Solanke with the goal and assist against his former employers. Well, I say pleased, and I use that word lightly, but pleased with his performance in terms of registering the output required as all centre forwards would want to. It's a nice pass there to Szoboszlai on the left-hand side. A bit of space. Outside of his boot pass, it's well headed clear by Archie Gray. And it was Darwin Nunez who had just darted in. If he had been found there, it would have been a simple header. Good work there by Dominic Szoboszlai. Tireless running as we head towards the final 30 seconds of stoppage time. As we see the goals, it started with Diaz. And he had the last laugh, the first and the 6th goal. Diego Costa had done that for Chelsea against Everton. Was that a 6-3 as well? 5-3, 6-3. Jose Mourinho's 2nd season where Chelsea won the title. Costa had scored 30 seconds in, and he had the final word as well when they made it 6. So a couple of instances that I can pull out from just off the top of my head. And the referee blows the full-time whistle, and it's Liverpool that continue their march to the top of the table. It's a 4-point gap with the game in hand as Liverpool consolidate first position here. It's an emphatic victory away from home against Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham Hotspurs, as it's 3 defeats on the trot at home for Spurs. Losing to Ipswich, then to Chelsea, and now a heavy defeat against Liverpool. It was 5-1 at some point, where Tottenham manages to get a couple of goals as consolation. But Luis Diaz, who had the first word, has the last, opened the scoring and ended it in the 85th minute to make it 6-3 to Liverpool, with Diaz with 2 goals, Salah with 2, Szoboszlai and MacAllister adding 1 each. It is a comprehensive performance by Liverpool, led by that man, Mo Salah, and their coach, Arne Slot. It's full time here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's Tottenham Hotspur 3, Liverpool 6.